Alright, so all you K20 Pro users, you guys are lucky because this is the second time I'm making this video of how to go back to complete stock and relock the bootloader on your Redmi K20 Pro. Also works on the Mi9t Pro. Now, a part of this guide will be based on the guide of Poco X3 Pro because the procedure is the same, the files are different. So a small part of it in which I show you how to disable driver signature enforcement will be taken from that video, so don't mind that. But the download links in this particular video are for K20 Pro and Mi9t Pro. The steps are going to be genuine. Now you need to make sure of a few things which I'll tell you after the intro, but before we get into the details, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon because it doesn't cost you anything and it really motivates us to make amazing content like this. If you think you like chatting with like-minded people and need some help or suggestion, well, join us on Telegram. We are about to complete 1500 members in that family. We're present on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. You can follow us there. And last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now without further ado, hello awesome people. Welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so basic stuff over here. K20 Pro, Mi9t Pro, the global version or the Indian version. This will work for the Chinese variant as well, but the files will be different. Okay. Now, if you are stuck in fast boot, if your phone is not booting up but you have access to fast boot, if you're going to give this phone away to someone, if you're selling the device or anything that you're doing, you just want to come back to complete stock, lock the bootloader and use the phone like that. In any of these cases, you can use this particular method to go back to complete stock. You can see on this particular screen, we just completed the flashing procedure for the Poco X3 Pro. Right? Now let's talk about the K20 Pro. There are things that you need to take care of. You need to make sure that your battery is more than 50%. You need to make sure that you have backed up all the information because this process will erase everything. And it's not compulsory for you to lock the bootloader. And I'm not going to cover the warranty part because this is an old device and there are very few chances that your device will be under warranty. But if you're taking it to service center, just flash the stock ROM and relock the bootloader and take it. You will have much less issues, right? So with all that said and done, you need to first take the phone to fastboot and connect it and flash, right? No. We will, talk about the part wherein we get the PC ready to flash, okay? Now here's where Mi Flash tool comes into the picture. So the link is mentioned in the description and you just need to go ahead and download the Mi Flash tool. So let me show you over here. There you go. This is the one that I have open with WinRAR. Select this folder and extract it to a location of your choice. Okay. Now you have to be a little careful over here when you do this. You have to go to say any drive. For example, I already have it extracted. I'll show it to you once again. I'm extracting it in D drive. Okay. And I will type in flash tool over here. Okay. Flash tool. So let's go ahead and extract this. Now, depending on your computer's power, it will take some time, right? So we have flash tool over here and then we have this particular subfolder. Now, what you need to make sure is if you look at the address bar over here, there are no spaces over here. Like the space bar, like between flash and tool, there is no space. Mi Flash, there is no space. Because if you have a space in between, it will give you errors while flashing. So make sure you are good with that. Now our flash tool is ready, but then before we extract the ROM, we need to make sure that a computer can detect the device. So if you've never connected your device to the computer in fast boot mode, what will happen is it will ask you for a driver and then you will not be able to install it and you'll be wondering why. That is because to install the drivers, you need to disable driver signature enforcement. That means it will allow Windows to install unsigned drivers. How do you do that? Let me show you that real quick. So if you are on Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, 10 or 11, this will work for you. So go to the start menu and type in advanced startup options. There you go. So select this. There you go. So it will tell you restart now. Now I'm going to of course stop screen recording before that. There you go. And you can see the screen, right? So you need to click on restart now. Restart anyway. Okay. Now as you can see over here, click on troubleshoot and then click on advanced options, click on startup setting and then hit restart. Now over here we'll get a lot of options. The option of interest for us is F7, which allows us to install unsigned drivers. That's how our devices will get detected in fast boot mode. Let's wait for Windows to reboot. Now, as I said, remember your experience will vary depending on the type of computer, the power of your computer, the internet speed, and various factors. F7 says disable driver signature enforcement. So hit F7 over here. Let the computer restart. Now you only have to do this once. Once your computer has detected the fastboot drivers, you don't need to do it again unless you format your computer or you change your computer. Okay, so the computer has restarted. Now let's go to the Mi flash folder over here and let's go to our flash tool folder and we are looking for Xiaomi flash.exe. Double click on this, hit yes. Now ideally over here you will have a pop-up coming up stating you need to install drivers. If you don't get that, either the drivers are already installed and even if they are not, you don't need to worry. Click on driver. It will ask you please install driver, click on install. Now you'll keep getting 2 to 3 pop-ups over here. So install this driver software once. Again. And again. So that's it. It'll ask you to do that 3 to 4 times. Let's see here. There you go. This Chinese text means the drivers are installed. Alright, now first thing to do is to download the ROM. Now to download the ROM, what I will do is, I will Google K20 Pro stock ROM. Okay, there you go. Select this website, Xiaomi firmware updater. Okay, now over here you see that it says India, India, India because we selected K20 Pro. If you have a Mi9t Pro, just search Mi9t Pro. Okay, you'll get the same website and then you'll get different regions. As you can see, weekly, stable, China, EEA, China, Russia. So that's how you go ahead and select the ROM of your choice. For example, I want this 12.5.1 latest. I click on download. Over here, I will get 2 types of file. One is the recovery and the other one is images. Anything that says global images is a fastboot ROM, so go ahead and download it. Alright, so now that you've disabled driver signature enforcement and you have installed the drivers, all that is done is to extract the ROM and get the flash tool ready. So let's locate the location where you downloaded the ROM. For me, it is in storage spaces, gadgets, Rafael, stock ROM. Okay. Now your ROM will be named like this, Rafael in global images. Now as a surprise and just for fun, let's do something crazy. I have MIUI 10.3.3 fastboot ROM over here. This is based on Android 9. Remember, we are on Android 11. Okay. So I'm going to flash this ROM. I'm going to downgrade it completely to the first version, see what problems we have. Of course, I'll not be locking the bootloader. So double click on this, let it open with WinRAR. And the moment you double click on this, it will start extracting files. Now, this procedure depends on how powerful your computer and hard drive is, like how fast it is. And the faster the computer, the faster this process will happen. So please be patient. If it looks stuck, it'll take about 2 to 3 minutes at the most, even on the slowest computer. So please be patient. Let it extract because these are important steps. Okay, now once the extraction is done, you will see this particular folder in your WinRAR or extracting software. Rafael in global images 10.3.3. I would not recommend you to directly go to 10.3.3. Go to the latest firmware. The link is mentioned in the description. You can download it from there. Nothing to worry. And in that particular link, you have ROMs for each and every region. So you don't need to worry. Okay. So select this folder, hit extract to. Okay. And where is our flash tool? Our flash tool is in storage space, flash tool, Mi flash. Select this folder and hit OK. Okay, now as you can see over here, the extraction is done. So we will close this. We will go to the location of our flash tool folder, which is in storage space, flash tool, Mi flash. Over here, you see this folder, Rafael in global images 10.3.3. That means the extraction is done just fine. Okay, now let's open Mi flash. Select yes. Okay. Now over here, click the select option. Go to your flash tool folder from this. And over here, look for Rafael or Rafael in. Select this and hit OK. Now over here at the bottom, you have 3 options. Clean all. What this means is it will wipe everything and flash stock ROM on your device, but not lock your bootloader. Save user data, I don't recommend it. You will get a boot loop. Don't do it. Clean all and lock. If you want to go back to complete stop and relock the bootloader, this is what you'll use. I'll use clean all. Okay, now the drivers are installed, the flash tool is ready, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, press and hold volume down and power. Keep it pressed till the time you see the fastboot logo. Okay, now I will connect this to the computer. Okay, so I've connected it to the computer, but you need to take care of a few things. Make sure your USB-C cable is not damaged. Make sure you connect it to the fastest port on your computer. On modern computers, it is usually a blue colored USB port on the back of the computer. Always use the ports which are on the back of the computer to get the quickest flash time. Okay, now we've done everything. Let's go to device manager just to check. There you go, Android phone, Android bootloader. We don't have any question mark, any exclamation mark. That means the device is detected just fine. Okay, now we've loaded the ROM over here as well, and we've selected clean all. So we will click on refresh while the device is connected to the computer in fast boot. You see the serial number over here? That means the device is detected just fine. Now all we need to do is make sure everything checks out and click on flash. Now be patient at least for 5 to 10 minutes. So the flashing has begun. You can expand this and see what file is being flashed. Now on my computer, it takes about 5 minutes to flash because this is a reasonably powerful, computer. If you're on a slow laptop or an old computer, it'll take probably 10 minutes or even more. Just see over here that, it doesn't stay on one particular file for a very long time. Let's wait for the flashing to complete. Alright, now the moment the flash is done, it will actually say over here, flash is not done. If you actually lock the bootloader, clean all and lock, it will give you a green sign over here and say success. So if it says error not check or error not catch checkpoint, fastboot test lock, flash is not done, it means your flash is done. Your device will automatically reboot. You can disconnect it from the computer. Okay, now coming back to our experiment. Remember what I did to this device? I've downgraded it from a custom ROM which was based on Android 12 to Android 9 based stock MIUI using MI flash tool. Okay, so it is still booting. You see this over here? I'm not sure how clearly you can see the boot logo, but it is still booting. Now remember, this is a 2-year-old phone and MIUI is known for having longer boot times, especially when you're giving it the first boot. So I'm expecting this will take anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. So please be patient while that happens. I'm pretty sure it will boot because I've done this in the past. Some sensors will not work. The pop-up camera might give us issue. So those are the things you need to take into consideration if you're thinking of downgrading. Remember, okay, there you go. Okay, so we have actually booted while we were talking and couldn't close front camera. Try again. Got it? Okay. Now what's interesting over here is, are we going to get bricked? Okay, we are not bricked. It's asking us to select the language. Let's go ahead and do that. It's India. Skip. We're not gonna, so Wi-Fi is working. The only problem we are having is with the front camera. There is a way around that, but you need an unlocked bootloader for that. So now what I would recommend is if you're downgrading from, say Android 11 to Android 9, do it at your own risk because then you will have camera errors and all those things, and fixing that is a little messy. So right now I would not recommend you to do that. Yes, I think if you go from Android 11 to Android 10, you will not have any issues. So let's just escape everything. I know you're not able to close. It's struggling. The poor phone is struggling real hard to get the camera. It's panicking basically. It's just not able to understand what exactly happened with it. So, and even after this, if you go ahead and do a factory reset, it will still give you the same error about the camera not being able to work. Some sensors will not work. But that's not the point for today's discussion. There was an experiment which I did, and that is something you learn from this. I put my device at risk so that you don't screw your phone. Yeah, so this is the way to go to complete stock. I would always recommend to go to the same Android version. If you're locking the bootloader, don't downgrade Android version, otherwise you might have issues. The links are mentioned in the description. This was a step-by-step guide of relocking your bootloader and going back to stock on the Mi9t Pro and the Redmi K20 Pro. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this video. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.